Okay, so if you had a chance, hopefully, to go through and try to use purchasing power parity to convert these countries' GDPs per capita in their own currency into US dollars. So we've got a bunch of different countries: Norway, Poland, Turkey, and England, United Kingdom, have their GDP per capita in their various currencies. And let's go ahead and try to convert these to US dollars using purchasing power parity. So it's pretty straightforward once you know how to do it. So I need to first calculate the PPP factor. So then we'll have over here GDP in dollars. And so the purchasing power parity factor just takes the price in US dollars divided by the price in that currency. So in this case, I think that amounts to 0.1168 if we want to be exact. And so then all I do to convert the GDP is I take the Norwegian GDP times that factor. And in this case, that amounts to about 67,663 US dollars. So with the currency, right, GDP per capita in Norwegian krone is pretty high, right? 580,000 krone, right? So when you get average person, when they file their taxes in Norway, it says they made 580,000 krone. Now, that sounds great, but of course, like my Nina in New York example, things are more expensive in krone, right? So a Big Mac's cost 41 krone. But when I compare that relative to the dollar, they still do pretty well in Norway, right? So the average person there makes about 68,000 US dollars, which is pretty good, right? So their 580,000 krone is equivalent to about 68,000 US dollars. And then we would continue along this way, right? So for Poland, we're going to take the 479 divided by the 9.1. So it's 479 divided by 9.1, which amounts to, I got 0.5264. Eraser's not working very well for me here. All right. So that is 0.5264. And then I'm going to multiply the Poland GDP per capita, which is 41,398 times 0.5264. My pen is not writing very well. And so if I take that, so it's 41,398 times, I get 21,079. So it's $21,792 exactly. Is what I got, depending on how you rounded everything. Okay, so that is the Polish GDP in US dollars. And so you can continue along in this way and calculate all of the various GDPs in US dollars. And so the advantage of that is then we can actually make cross-country comparisons. So if GDP per capita in the US is about 60,000 in US dollars, then I can compare which country has the highest standard of living, at least based on GDP. So in this case, right now, it would be Norway. And we could go through and calculate the other one. So I can just give you their numbers. So for Turkey, it is 14,210. And for the UK, it is 47,600 about. So 47,592. And so for those last two, see if you can reproduce those numbers. So we went through the first two, see if you can get the last two roughly the same as what I got, depending on your rounding. And if you can do that, then you're well on your way, right? So a bunch of the homework problems are going to be pretty easy if you can make these comparisons. So I'm about to throw this pencil out the window because it's giving me fits here. So I'm going to end the video and restart this thing, and we will be back to go into some additional concepts here related to some cross-country comparisons.